Hi team, welcome to the Mind First podcast. My name is Chris Musbrook, and this podcast is a place where I can openly share my mental health journey with the intention of supporting others to prioritize theirs. I'm a wellness coach for teachers, nurses, and doctors who need to overcome stress and avoid burnout. I'm also a first aider for mental health and a first aider for mental health instructor, as I'm passionate about changing the way that we perceive our own mental health and our perception of others' mental health and our mind fitness as well. In this episode, I am going to focus on how stress and burnout can lead to suicidal thoughts. I hope you enjoy it. If that's the right thing to say. So for most of 2017, I was so stressed and burnt out, but I only truly took notice and accepted that I needed real help when the thought of killing myself came forward in my mind. I nearly quit the job that I love with no job to go to, because I couldn't see a way forward. I'm so grateful though. I'm so grateful that didn't happen. I obviously didn't end up killing myself, but each day I felt like I was just trudging through thick oil, and the constant tiredness was awful. It didn't matter how much sleep I got. I was just always tired. But until about 5 years ago, the anxiety that I had around whether my team, my head teacher, my head of department, my friends thought that I was doing a good job was through the roof. It felt like every decision that I made was being judged and held against me. Maybe I was making poor decisions, or maybe I just didn't convey the good decisions that I had with certainty and true belief. Who knows? I remember about 4 years ago asking someone who was in my department that I was leading. I said to them, I need you to tell me when you think I've made a good decision. Even though I knew my vision was solid, I knew I had the tool, I knew how to get there, but my true confidence was lower than I realized. And I was so worried that every decision that I made was not going to get the team on board and people were going to follow it and follow me. But my deep issue was that I needed the external validation that I was doing a good job, even though that I knew that I was. It was one of the darkest, loneliest and unhappiest times of my entire life. I was too proud to admit that I wasn't coping. I wasn't coping with my life, being a parent, everything. So I just carried on living in this cloud of depression that was getting thicker and bigger. And for about 9 months, I lived like this until my mind just couldn't take it anymore. I wanted my suffering and my shitty feelings really to just stop. I've been on antidepressants for about 3 months, which, they helped me to cope, but didn't solve the issue. And it was at this point that my mind came up with the solution of ending my life. And I'll go into a bit more of that later in other episodes. But the thought came in, something like, if you ended your life, your suffering would stop. I moved on from that, very quickly. And I'm so happy and grateful that in the days that followed that thought, I was brave enough to go to the doctors and allow the doctor to sign me off. And that my colleagues were really, really supportive. And I reflect on my situation, and I'm just so pleased that I had that confidence and that the NHS was able to support me. And I read some books and I was able to get myself back to a bit of balance. I'm proud to say that I returned to my job as a teacher in the same school, same departments about 2 months later. And I'm glad to share that I've never had a suicidal thought since then. So many people feel like this. If you think that you might be burning out, don't wait another 9 months like I did before admitting to yourself that you need help. You can end your suffering and start this today and admit that you probably need a bit of support. If you are feeling overwhelmed or highly stressed, or you know someone else that is, don't continue your life in this way. You don't be scared to get help. I know what it's like. I was there, but I'm not anymore. And I know that you can have a life of fulfillment and happiness and confidence, but you need to take the first steps. You need to admit to yourself that you need support. Then the second step is to reach out and ask for help. I'm not a doctor, but I have the experience and the knowledge to coach you back to a place of balance. And beyond that, to a place of enhanced resilience, where you'll take control back and have the confidence to achieve things that you can't think that you'd be able to do right now. So if that is you, then do get in touch, like on LinkedIn or whatever it might be, and at least just tell me like how you're feeling. I'm not going to judge you. That doing that itself, just telling someone else, will make you feel better. I'm here for you. I'm here for everyone if you need my help. So good luck, friends. And remember that you are stronger and braver than you think you are. So I hope my story has helped you feel a little bit less alone. And more importantly, more empowered for you to take action. You do not have to carry on living poorly. Or if you know someone else, you might know a friend or a family member who is really stressed or burnt out. Tell them to listen to this podcast. So this is a few more podcasts coming up, or loads hopefully. Keep listening and speak soon, friends. Bye.